What up? Hello everyone, welcome back to Endeavors. It's Jackson. As always, timecodes will be found below if you'd like to just jump ahead to one endeavor you're looking for. So it's the 13th of January. This set here it's about as good as yesterday's one. Everything here is pretty good. Just a Battleground match. The only problem with this one, it's technically very easy because no matter what happens in the Battlegrounds, you'll complete it. So just go to Battlegrounds and join the queue here. The only problem is sometimes this is going to take ages for the queue to pop, and the Battleground itself lasts around 10 to 15 minutes. And in that time, you can easily do 3 of the other options here, probably before the Battleground even starts, let alone like the whole duration of the Battleground. So I just wouldn't do this one if you're looking to do this set quickly. That's the only thing. But just understand, no matter what happens in the Battleground itself, you'll just complete this one. So there's not really any skill involved. That being said, you will obviously bring your team down if you don't know how they work. So I would go Rotting Undead Foes, Weapon Enchantment, and Skill Styles. But just be aware, if you haven't got any skill styles, it will just take you like maybe 5 minutes, maybe less than that if you're quick, to get this quest done that unlocks skill styles. But there's a lot of skill styles out there. You might have one and you might not know, or you like purchase one through the Endeavor store or some shit like that. So yeah, it just depends on what you got. But it's very easy to get your hands on one and very easy to use it, and I'll show you how. So I will start with weapon enchantments. All you have to do for this one is get one of your weapons with a enchant, just right click, charge, and you've got a soul gem here, you just charge it, that's it. Now on controller, it just looks slightly different. Hold on, I've got my controller in now. So instead you go inventory and go down to your hands here. It'll say, you can, oh yeah, sorry, it's a bit balked. I've got a lot of add-ons, so I think it breaks. I think so it's triangle or Y, you go more actions, and it will let you use your enchant there. It's just, yeah, because I think the add-ons don't work well with controller, I think it breaks, but yeah, so you just do that instead. Now, on the off chance, let me just cover all the bases here. If you don't have a soul gem at all, they're very easy to get. Naturally, as you start to progress through the game, you'll probably get lots of these things stacked in your inventory. But if you need one, you can do some dolmens, the chests at the end, and the like big dread boss that you get at the end. They usually give you soul gems, so naturally just doing this is going to get you some. Killing any boss, any delve boss, world boss, public dungeon boss, anything like that, group dungeons, they will all give you soul gems. So naturally, you've probably got some of these in your inventory. Just go to miscellaneous and check here. Now, if you don't have any, let me show you something you can do real quick to get one. So what you need to do is go to a location that has soul gems. There are a few. There are some that are not stolen, but one that's easy to reach, because Auridon, you've got Vocal Guard here in this zone of Auridon, that the wayshrines are not by default, so you can just always get here, no matter like how progressed with your character you are. So he's coming to Starfall Arcana over here, and there's some soul gems on the tables here that you can take. Now, you can theoretically just you can take one of these, and as long as you're not actually spotted by either of these people here, you can just take it. So you don't have to be stealth. But I would just advise going stealth, because if you're spotted by somebody, it is maybe slightly a problem. Getting a bounty is a bit of a pain in the ass. That being said, the bounty will probably go away in like 10 minutes. So once you got your stolen soul gem, all you got to do is equip Soul Trap. Now do be aware, there is a skill style related to Soul Trap, so maybe if you want to do that at the same time, just check the, just after this, just check the skill styles one. But that will be the next option in this list. So yeah, just cast Soul Trap on this thing, kill it, and yeah, you'll get your Soul Gem, and then you just chuck it on your weapon here, and that's it. Now, a weapon itself, if you just like don't even have a weapon with a enchant on it, let me just show you something you can quickly do. Again, just covering all the bases here. To you would just be go find any guild store in the game, go to weapons, all weapons, and just get one of these here. So this 100 gold Rubidite Axe of Shock, it's got a weapon enchant on it, so you can just buy that and use that. Now, if you don't have any gold in the game, again, just covering all the bases, there is a video in the description that just explains a very easy way to just get your hands on a teeny weeny bit of gold. It doesn't take long, there's no skill involved, you literally just, as long as you can run and press E, basically, you can do do that strategy, so yeah. Okay, onto skill styles now. So skill styles in this game, if you're not familiar with what these things are, any skill that has this icon indicates something that you can add a skill style to. Now, some of these, or most of the skill styles that you can earn naturally outside of quests, tend to be ones that will be difficult to get. Like, usually they're pay gated in some way. Like, as an example, let me see if there's one. Just an example here, the Undaunted version of the Elemental Storm reskin. It requires you to buy it for 60 keys, I believe. So a lot of these are painful. So the only two that I would suggest you use for the sake of just completing endeavors easily is Soul Trap, Orchid Purple. This you get from completing Second Era of Scribing. This quest is base game. It's very easy to complete. There's basically just like a couple of Atronachs that you have to fight, and then maybe one like tier 1 boss. If you've completed any quest, you basically like are able to do this. It's very, very easy, and you don't even have to fight the main boss. It's like you can just run past them and skip them. So yeah, very easy quest to do. Once you complete that, you'll get Soul Trap Orchid Purple. The other option is Alliance War Vigor, Resolving Vigor, well, not really Resolving Vigor, just Soothing Blue here. This is what you get for completing the Wing of the Netch. Now this does take a little longer, but you do naturally just want to complete the whole Scribing quest line in order to get access to everything. Whether it be like getting the scripts from the major guilds, getting scripts to spawn specific things, or to like unlock the Soul Burst grimoire. There's a lot of good stuff. So naturally you'll just get this by completing that quest line. It will take a little bit longer than getting Soul Trap's version, but the good thing about this one here is you can cast it anywhere, and that just means you won't need to have a target, as opposed to Soul Trap, which you will need a target. Now, that's not a huge deal. It just means basically as soon as you log in, you can just cast Vigor a bunch of times to complete this endeavor. But let me show you something you can do if you've just got Soul Trap. So all you need to do is, once you've completed Second Era of Scribing, you'll unlock this way shrine in the Scholarium. Now, the first time you complete, like when you complete Second Era of Scribing, you won't actually be able to use the training room. You will likely have to leave and come back for it to work. But just understand, I have had that issue. The door is like grayed out and you can't access it. But I left the Scholarium and came back from the way shrine, and then I came in here and it started working. So yeah, as soon as you complete Second Era of Scribing and unlock your first Scribing skill, then you'll unlock Soul Trap Orchid Purple. And just make sure you go to World Soul Magic here and just make sure this has the little paintbrush icon next to it. Just make sure it's on your skill bar, and then just go into this room here and cast it a bunch of times, and that's it. So just cast it on this guy a bunch of times, and that would be the whole thing. Now, as dailies are going, and you will likely have just weeklies to do, this is a really good weekly, and it's the only issue with like using these for the weekly is that they require resources. So the speed at which you'll be able to do this for the weekly is as fast as you can get resources back. There are two that I do suggest looking at in Elemental Drain here. Both of these morphs, Susceptibility and Drain, they do not cost anything. There is one option here which you can get from completing Fate of the Forgotten Prince. The other option is completing Naj Kaldish on normal. Both of these are they're not difficult. They're just might be a little time consuming, whether it be actually completing the quest line for Gold Road. That will take some time, and maybe getting a group for Naj Kaldish might take a little bit of time. And Naj Kaldish isn't the easiest thing to do on normal. It's very, there's no DPS checks or anything, so as long as you just pay attention to the mechanics and respect the bosses, you will be able to do this just fine. Now, the reason I suggest this over some of the other options for doing the weekly for this in the long run is, check this out. I can cast this as many times as I want, and it doesn't cost me anything. So now all your... the only thing that affects how quickly you can do this is literally the global cooldown, and there's nothing you can do about that. So yeah, once you've completed one of these, just put it on Elemental Drain, and then you've got arguably the best option to do for the weekly in the game. And yeah, both pretty easy to get. I'm sure there are other options which don't cost anything, but these, as far as I saw, were like the easiest ones to get on any character. Because Elemental Drain, you get this at like level 30 in Destruction Staff. It's not a difficult thing to get. Sorry, I forgot to mention earlier, if you'd like to find where to start these quests for Second Era of Scribing, You can find it in a couple of places. It depends on what DLC you have. If you have Gold Road, you can find it in Westfield pretty easily by going to this location in Skingrad. This way shines unlock naturally, so you can just start there, go into the gate by traveling. I believe it's this way. So go up the road here, down here, just travel south until you get here. If you don't have any DLC, you can use a base game option here. This is personally where I go if I want to do it in base game. Just in front of the Mages Guild in Deshan in Mournhold. You've got a house you can use with home tours. If you don't know how home tours works, you can just check the description. There's an Endeavor's prep for using home tours. So Flaming next to Luxgray here is travel west. Now there are a couple of other places, but I just find they're not as practical to use. You could also find it if you go Gardener House over here though. It's kind of the same, but yeah, either of these options are fine, I think. Just Grantwood, this one here, you can't use your mount in this place, so it's just a bit slower. But yeah, it's pretty easy to reach these places. You just gotta usually unlock a way shrine or two. Okay, Rotting Undead Foes. These are basically going to be zombies, like this one here, and what are they called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Draugr. That's right, Draugr. Also the Runnetu, whatever they're called, in Sentinels, like Tuatha's Throne and stuff like that. Anything that's basically like a mummy or a zombie will count for this. Now, Overland, you've got some options. My preferred for Overland is probably Muthnar. There's a lot of zombies in Sentinel Docks, also at Metallian Necropolis as heaps. You can get them from Dolmens, you can get Draugr in Eastmarch around, especially like, I believe it's not Widderstad, I believe it's Bonestream Crest, they're all around here, and there's some around Widderstad Wayshrine in some of the other sections. Hold of the Dead has a lot of Draugr in it as well, but the problem is I find these places to be more busy than Muthnar tends to be. I find Muthnar's like the one that's good. That being said, I don't bother personally with any of these options myself. Let me show you what I personally think is the absolute best option for zombies, because it's instanced. You know how I feel about instant stuff. It means that other players outside of your group are not going to be able to just like go in and kill the stuff that you want to kill here. You get your own version of this dungeon that nobody else can actually get in the way of. So it's Crypt of Hearts 1. Now, if you haven't been to Crypt of Hearts 1 before, let me just show you how to get there. If you've unlocked it by doing the dungeon before, you'll be able to travel from a wayshrine, but I don't have it on this character, so let me show you what I do. So you're looking for, in Home Tours, you go Wraith Home. So just go to Browse Homes here, go down to the bottom, go Wraith Home, and just travel here. Obviously, if you've got your own Wraith Home by any crazy chance, just go there, but I assume someone with that kind of money to spend is probably not watching a video like this. Probably just buying the gambling crates or whatever. But, you know, if you do, props to you. Still doing endeavors. Alright, so once you get in here, just turn around, leave the house, and this will take you to Rivenspire, and it'll take you pretty much right next door to Crypt of Hearts. So, hop on your mount. It's a bit of a drop here, but you should be able to survive this. So just come down here, and just charge straight for Crypt of Hearts, which is right here. Let me just chuck on... what did I have? Oh yeah, it was contingency, wasn't it? It's my AoE spam bot, I need that. So just, you can fight this group here, but there's skeletons in that group, and they're a bit tougher. There is a group of zombies here. These zombies are about as tough as the Skeevers in Wayward Swords 1. So they're really weak, and there's only 6 of them. So you kill that group there, that's your Rotting Undead Foes. Really easy to do. And from here, you can just go back out, go to the door, and then leave, and it takes you back to where you came in from. So once you've unlocked Crypt of Hearts, you can see it here now. From this point, any wayshrine you've got in the game, just travel in here, go into that little spot, kill those zombies, that's it. That's all you need to do for this endeavor. So yeah, you can see why I use that one a lot. So you do that on your own, nobody will actually be able to go in and kill those zombies. So no matter what's going on outside, no matter how many people are out killing the zombies in these places, you just jump straight in, and they'll all be ready to fight. So you just spend less time running around and worrying about stuff. Just more convenient, usually. Alright, so I might as well just start doing resources from the world here. So resources from the world, basically anything you can pick up in Overland from various nodes like plants, ores, that stuff. They all count. The only exceptions to this rule are chests, treasure chests, thieves' troves, and sigil portals. Now, thieves' troves and treasure chests, you probably want to grab them anyway, because in the Golden Pursuit, you've got treasure chests, which I believe both of those count for that. It's also, if you get treasure chests, just don't force the locks, just pick them, and you'll also be able to get that one done as well. And you've also got resources from the world. They come up as options too, so naturally you'll probably want to do this anyway. So all you basically have to do is just travel in a straight line and look for anything that appears to be some kind of resource from the world. I'm in a bit of a shit spot here. Here you go, so here's some jute as an example. So this is just a clothing plant. Just pick that, that's one, and you just progress it like that. So something that will likely help you, especially for these places where there's like a lot of shrubbery on the ground. Just go to video, go to grass and set it off, and it'll take a lot of it away. And what it won't take away is any of the nodes. Also, I should point out, yeah, there's an ancestor silk, that's a cloth plant. These butterflies here, they don't count, unfortunately. Insects also don't count for this. Don't know why, but yeah, it's just the way it is. So there's some iron ore here, we'll scrap that. But yeah, you can see it's pretty damn easy to do. Just basically run in a straight line and just anything that appears to be some kind of resource you can pick up is go and pick it up. So I can't see anything here. Try not to like stay on a road like this. Try and like go off the path, so you can see there's like some plants over here. Winged Twilight? Okay. Now, I should point out, for this to work, you must take everything. You can't just take one part and leave the whole, leave the rest. I would still do that anyway, though, because it's pretty shit to go and find, like, for example, to like go and take the heartwood from that rough wood node, because then you're like taking the valuable part, just leaving the other stuff. It's especially bad for cloth plants, taking the cloth material and leaving like the insect, like the crawlers. Oh yeah, Violet Copernus is pretty expensive. So yeah, there you go. Violet Copernus, how much is this? Oh, it's 600 now. It's almost as much as Columbine, isn't it? Holy shit, it's more expensive? What the fuck is going on? Okay, alright, interesting. Yeah, so there you go. Pretty easy to get this one done as well. So you can see why I would recommend just not doing Battlegrounds today, just because, yeah, all the other options are pretty damn quick to do. Alright, so that's it for today's endeavours. You know the drill. If you've got any questions, you just give me a holler. There's another resource from the world. There's another one over there. Yeah, pretty easy. So, yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always, and I'll see you next time. Take care for now.